When you have so many notes stored in Evernote, like I do, and when you literally run your life out of that app, think about what would happen if the worst thing happened. Like, poof, all your notes were gone. Or even if you happen to delete your notes accidentally. Or what if Evernote's servers crashed or got attacked? Hi, I'm Dave Edwards. Today, how to back up your notes in Evernote. I use Evernote as a way to run really all aspects of my life, from tracking personal records to really all aspects of my business. I need to be as efficient as possible. For more than 20 years, I've been researching different productivity methods and trying them all out. I put everything I've learned and do into an online course called Pathway to Productivity and Better Time Management. So if you want to work more efficiently, try out my class. Find out more about Pathway to Productivity and Better Time Management by going to daveedwardsmedia.com and click on courses. So let's get back to security and Evernote. From the first computer you owned, you were told to back up your files. Backing up to the cloud is now considered to be safe, and for the most part, it is. I consider Evernote to be safe, or as safe as anything can be in this modern world. Go to their website and you'll find statements like these. Securing our internet-facing web service is critically important to protecting your data. Our security teams drive an application security program to improve code security hygiene and periodically assess our service for common application security issues. Security hygiene? Never heard of that one before. They also say that they operate the Evernote service using a combination of cloud services and physical data centers. For data centers, it says we secure our infrastructure in a private, locked cage that includes 24/7, 365 monitoring. Access to these data centers requires, at a minimum, two factors of authentication, but may include biometrics as a third factor. You can find a lot of technically sounding jargon, which should hopefully make you feel pretty good about putting your data in Evernote. As I said, I think Evernote is as safe as any cloud-based service can be. I think they've taken all reasonable precautions. Do I understand everything what they say about their security? No, but I've talked to enough people who have said, they're doing their due diligence to keep our data safe. And quite frankly, that's good enough for me. Now, do I keep my social security numbers and very personal information in Evernote? Not really. I don't need to have my social security card in Evernote because I have the number memorized here. But the other nice thing I like about Evernote is that it does allow you to encrypt certain, statements or records or things in some of your notes, and you're in complete control over that encryption. So I like that feature. But that doesn't mean that I say, well, that's good enough. It doesn't mean that I don't back up my data, because I do. First of all, as I said, I believe you should back up all of your data on all of your devices. And Evernote really is not a backup system. It syncs data from your computer to the cloud so you can use it on any device. So once a month, I set aside a little time to create a backup and save it to my computer and then a Dropbox just in case. You can choose to save your notes as an Evernote XML file. They call it .enex. Or you can save it as an HTML file, .html. So let me show you how I do it on my Mac. Now, as you see, I have this note open. There's a number of ways of doing it. Here's the way I do it. Very simple. You go to this more function series of dots, the infamous three dots. Click on the three dots. It'll give you more actions. Click on it. And now you'll see all sorts of different options. You want to come down here. Now, if you just want to export this note as a PDF, that's very simple. You click here. But if you want to export the note as we were describing before as an ENEX, then what you do is you hit export, And that takes you to this screen. It tells you that you're going to export OneNote. All right, how are you going to export it? You have a choice: to the ENEX format or as a single page HTML. Then you can check or uncheck the attributes that you want to save as well. You can deselect all of them. You can do them by each individual item. As you see, I've pretty much checked all of them, and you hit export. Now it asks, where do you want to save this ENEX file? It does give you an opportunity to rename it if you want. You could send it to downloads or anywhere else on your computer, and you hit save. That's it. The file will be saved to your computer. So now let's say you want to restore a file, something that you had saved in your backup as an ENEX file. All you have to do is make sure you're in an Evernote page. You'll know that by seeing Evernote in the upper left corner. You click on File. You'll see a number of different options here, including creating a new note, a new notebook, a task, or a new tag. Uh, you can import from here, or you can export. You can export the note just as we did before, or you can export the note as a PDF. If you want to import an ENX file, you click Import, and it asks where you want to import that note from. You can export up to about 50 notes at a time or entire notebooks. So as you can see, it's really not that difficult to do. But let me get to the bottom line. I back up regularly, not as often as I back up all of my files on my computer, because that's actually done automatically. But I don't worry about it. Look, I've been using Evernote since 2011, and it's never let me down once. They've never lost a file of mine. I must admit, the only time I've lost a file is because of, well, how do I say this, operator error? So you have to decide how safe you feel with storing Evernote information into the cloud. For me, I don't lay awake at night worrying about it. Hey, thanks for joining me for another segment of Evernote tips and tricks. Let me ask a big favor, and that is that you subscribe to this series and hit the like button. It will encourage me to do more because I know that there's some of you who like them. I'm Dave Edwards. Good being with you today.